Hello, happy Saturday from me and my blotchy face that's decided to act up. You know, you do all the right things. You do skincare, you do makeup, but you're over 50. Things happen. So we're gonna go to lunch, so I'm gonna get ready, and I've entitled this a few of my favorite things because I'm just gonna use my favorite things. Have a few links up above, some different bundles, everything I'm using today. But into mini bundles, so you can kind of choose and pick what you want. With any 3 items from my storefront today, which is the links, basically, you get a pack of free cleansing cloths. So that's really fun. I love, you need something and you get something free. All right, just putting on some primer, and then I'm gonna use my BB cream because it's my favorite. Especially going into summer with the SPF 30. If you hop on, say hello. If you're catching the replay, say replay. If I can help you with anything, you're going to comment Saturday or just DM me. Okay. Joy, joy. We're going to go grab lunch and then come home and watch the Stars game tonight. Playoff game 1. I'm playing the hated Avalanche, so I don't know about that one. If you're a hockey fan, you understand. All right. Tap that all over. Now let's swirl it in. So we just distributed the product everywhere, and then we're just gonna smooth it out. You can already see all my redness is disappearing, even though this is a lightweight, not heavy coverage, right? Buildable for sure. But like this horrible red spot, I can sort of still see it, so I'm going to mask it here in just a minute. But for the most part, I'm all evened out, right? Now, I always like to set my BB cream. So I'm going to do that first and see how that blurs my problem area. And then I might put a little powder foundation on top of it because it is just really bothering me. It wasn't there yesterday. So I don't know. That's what happens when that ugly word menopause happens and you're just a different person. All right, so see how that just took some of the shine away. Also, a good trick is to use this if you have to refresh later in the day. Sometimes you don't need to start over and you don't want to apply more foundation, right? So sometimes it's just taking the shine off. That's what setting powder can do for you. All right, I am going to come in with just a little bit of my lightest powder and kind of stipple over that, and see that masked that for me. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, okay, good. Moving on. So I have a face bundle that has my 3 color sticks and a brush, I believe. Because, I use these every day, blush, bronzer, and I've been using the highlight one and I've been enjoying it. It's more subtle than like a powder highlighter. So I'm nervous. If you've been watching the Stars, we have lost the last 7 games going into the finishing out the regular season. We were talking with a gentleman yesterday about it, and he was like, maybe they just knew they were in. And I'm like, I think they just played but whatever. I mean, I'm a huge Stars fan. We were season ticket holders for a long time, and we just love them. But the way that they have responded the past few games has just, just awful. All right, little blush. And then this is the new champagne I've been using. And I've really been liking, like I said, it's a little more subtle. Not pretty? So you can get all three. That has hair on it. Lovely. All three of these in my face bundle. About time for a new one of those. All right. Lid's back on that. Let's curl our lashes. So I put up a post today, you can see that, about how much my lashes have grown since December. I showed you a side by, I put two different pictures, one from December and one from yesterday. And it is crazy, crazy. And I owe it all to my Quadra. Just amazing. Infused with lash serum. So with my consistency of using it, I've seen the growth. Also, it is a tubing mascara, which means it is gentler when you take it off because you just lay a warm cloth and pull straight down. You're not going back and forth and nothing's sticking. It just comes off in tubes. That's the point. It's fantastic. So it's really, really gentle when you're cleaning. I can tell my lips are dry. Let's do a little lip mask while I'm doing my eyes. Just a little bit, because I'll put lipstick on top of that, but that'll help. All right, my favorite palette. Again, my favorite things. Oh, I didn't do my eyebrows yet. Well, you know, I tend to go in the same order. But we'll come back to that. I've got a hair that is just killing me. Ugh, it's like a baby hair. All right, get this on. So what are y'all doing Easter weekend? I went to get our meat for Easter, and I went yesterday because I felt like it, you know, I couldn't go earlier in the week or I'd have to freeze it or whatever. And I went to Central Market, and if you have a Central Market, it is so busy. And it was crazy on Friday. Crazy. There were people everywhere. And not always the nicest people either. I had a lady try to run me over with her cart. I was like, hello. I was behind a little old man, and he was a little slow, but you know, it's fine. And they curate like how you go through the store. There's like a route. You know, there are shortcuts, but I wasn't in the shortcut area. I was in the route because I was trying to go to the meat department. And this lady just like kind of bumps me and then passes me and this gentleman. I was like, okay, no one's in that much of a hurry. Like, if you're in that much of a hurry, you're not coming to Central Market. Like, it's just not happening. It's pretty crazy though. I love that eye. All right, since I didn't do the brows. Oh, so since I moved my Oura ring to my dominant hand, yesterday it was like we detected activity, and it was while I was doing my makeup because my right hand does all the work. I'm like, okay, that could be a bad thing. I don't know. My only thought with that is if I'm more comfortable with it on this hand, then all of my days will be the same. You know, it's not as if I'm changing. So my eye bundle today, you get the eyebrow pencil, you get the palette, and you get the mascara. All my favorite things. All right, I'm gonna put on a little brow gel because I noticed in a picture yesterday, my brows were looking a bit fuller. That's the beauty of taking a picture every day after you do your makeup is you have a very good comparison rather than your own memory. All right, so my favorite mascara. If you have not tried this mascara, I'm telling you, just give it like a month of consistency, and you take a before picture, give it a month of consistency, take an after picture. You'll see a difference. It is really crazy. You know, crazy in a good way. All right, slow and steady. Grabbing all the lashes. There we go. See? I mean, they're nearly touching my eyebrows. I mean, I'm very pleased. Who needs false eyelashes? You just need to take care of your lashes. So in this pass, I'm separating, making sure they're all going the right direction, making sure they're all coated. And then one more pass, and I'm just going to lengthen a tad. Isn't that crazy? They're so good. I mean, I know they're my lashes, but seriously, you too can have lashes like this. The key is consistency so that my lashes are always being nourished, right? Oh, there's my cat. I swear he likes to make noises. All right, and then come in with our lip liner. And I'm going to come in with my favorite Powerful. Look at that mauve. Isn't that gorgeous? Such a pretty color. Definitely my go-to. And then I'm going to put a little bit of Mented in the middle. Just ombre that up just a tad. All right. I think I'm ready to go to lunch. Nice. All right, let's take this off. Let's see if I can make my hair look decent. After it's pinned up like that, it doesn't always cooperate on the top. All right, those are my favorite things. Look at my lashes. I'm sorry. You need this. You need this.